Hello, class. Lifespan Development. Welcome back to week 14 of Lifespan Development. Hope everyone's doing okay. For the sake of transparency, I must admit that I'm recording this on a Wednesday. I'm recording this a few days before I take off to New York City. I thought I'm going to take my laptop with me, and I thought I'd be able to record a video there. And I may still, if I have the time, I may record another video. But if you're reading that, you're seeing this one, it means I didn't, unfortunately. But I'm trying to at least be transparent about it. So I'm recording early. I'm worried I'm going to get to the conference and have too much going on, it's a really short conference anyway. So I'm just recording this early. But you're going to see this on a Sunday or Monday anyway, so it may not even matter. But whatever. So I wanted to address one issue first and foremost. I think there's been some confusion about the schedule, and I want to say I apologize. That was my mistake. I kind of moved things around in the schedule. I moved the exam up, and I don't know why I had in mind. I thought it was this week. I looked at the schedule and I flipped some things around. And anyways, I opened up the exam probably a week earlier than I originally intended to when I made the schedule. So I apologize for the confusion on that. If you thought you were supposed to be taking the exam next week instead of this current week or last week, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open exam 4 up until the 23rd. So giving you an extra week to take it. That's my mistake. I'm going to own up to that and apologize for that. So I apologize for the confusion or the stress that may have caused, but exam 4 will be open at least till the 23rd. So hopefully, I know some of you already taken it, and again, I apologize if you stressed and took it early or whatever, but that was just my mistake. I'm right in the middle of the semester with papers due, and I'm teaching multiple classes, and I let the week get ahead of me, so no excuses, but I apologize for that, and so hopefully I'll try to make up for it and give you a little more time to take the exam, give you till the 23rd. So I'll extend that out. As soon as I stop recording this video, I'll extend it out to the 23rd. But if you've already taken the exam, or once you've taken it, what I would like for you to do is to go ahead and move on and start reading our next 2 readings, which are chapter 16, getting in to socio-emotional development in middle adulthood. Wait, I think that should be... Nope. I think that's supposed to be 17-18 we're reading this week. I apologize. I thought we were reading... I'm normally better about this, but let me check our schedule really quick to make sure. I don't want to give you the wrong information again. Sorry. So, lifespan. Sorry, I'm jumping back and forth from my desktop to my regular computer. So it is 17 and 18. I'm sorry, 17 and 18. Disregard that. I mentioned 16. You folks have already read that. My apologies. It's 17 and 18. So 17, now we're transitioning into late adulthood, where really it is all downhill at this point. This is the last stage in the development before the inevitable, which is our impermanence, our end, our death. So this is the last stage. So there's really a lot going on during this time. It may seem like you're kind of at the end. Maybe there's not much to say about it, but there's a lot. There's a lot going on for people at this stage. So, especially when we're talking about physical development, we're going to get into topics about longevity, extending your physical health, extending your mental health, looking at the course of development in late adulthood, and kind of just general health. What's the health like at people at the late adulthood, and that for many people at that age, if they're living to be in their 70s and 80s, unfortunately, health is a thing. Complications of health become more common as we get older. Our body is literally just it's wearing down. We put a lot of miles on the tires, so so to speak. So really, a lot of it is about decline, but how do we cope with that decline? So read chapter 17, and then of course read chapter 18, which is the follow-up. It's getting into cognitive development in late adulthood. So looking at the cognitive functioning of older adults, for the most part, our cognitive functioning slows down. We still remember a lot of stuff. We still have a lot of information stored, but it's harder to get it out. It becomes much more difficult to get things out. So looking at the role of language development at this stage of life, looking at the role of work and retirement. I mean, it's unfortunate, but some people are still working into their late adulthood. Some people have the luxury of retiring and, kind of living a different quality of life from someone who has to still work at that age. And you're going to look at issues like mental health. Fun fact, I say that fun fact, it's not fun at all, but there's surprisingly a really high suicide rate among the elderly. So I think it's important that we look at the mental health of our oldest population. And then obviously religion and spirituality. What role does that play in kind of as we're passing along, as we're on the last sort of the back nine, or maybe not even the back nine, the last hole if you're a golf fan. I was just watching the Masters recently, so I was thinking about golf. But this is these next few chapters about late adulthood, I think, are incredibly important, especially for those of you working in nursing or will be working in nursing or the medical field at some point. I believe it's by the year 2050, we are going to have over 1 million people over the age of 100, which will definitely be late adulthood. So basically, what I'm saying is we live in an aging society. People are living longer. They're living longer, and we have to take care of them. These people, if they're not working, they need to be taken care of. So how as a society, do we deal and handle an aging population? I think it's a really big topic that I think many of you that are going into nursing and the medical field will have to address. You'll be on the front line of dealing with this. I don't want to say problem. It's not a problem. It is a social issue, but it certainly isn't a problem. It's something that we can work and improve upon. So those of you who are lucky enough to still have your grandparents, these last middle and late adulthood, this is probably their experience. So hopefully maybe some people that are going through some of this stuff, or maybe you're, depending on where you're at as an adult, maybe this is kind of the next, these next couple of stages, middle and late adulthood. So you can maybe develop some compassion and understanding what it'll be like to reach that point. So anyways, read chapters 17 and 18 once you finish taking the exam. Again, I've extended the exam by a week. Let's see. Just wanted to also give you a heads up that on week 15, we will have our next literature case study assignment. So this week, I don't want you to worry about discussion post. No discussion post. We'll have one more, and that'll be when we cover chapters 19 and 20. But for now, there will be no discussion post for chapters 17 and 18. And then we will have our last case study assignment. I'm still writing that. I'm just tweaking it a little bit. It's like 95% done, but I'm someone who I'll wait up until the last minute probably and tweak it just a little bit and publish it for you guys. So anyways, quick rundown. I'm extending the exam. I apologize for the confusion. You have until the 23rd to take it. Once you take it, go ahead and start reading chapter 16 and 17. We're moving from middle to late adulthood, that last stage of development. And then be aware that in week 15, you'll have your next writing assignment. So for week 14, no discussion post, but you'll have a writing assignment the following week. So I again apologize for the confusion. But that's it for this week. I look forward to seeing you all next week for next week's video. I will see you all next week. All right, take care. Bye.